The president's acquittal reverberating from Capitol Hill all the way to Five Corners in Essex Junction, Vermont. Local 22's Mike Hoey was there tonight. He joins us live in the newsroom with more. Mike?
Well, Lauren, about 24 people braved the cold to protest the Senate verdicts on both articles of impeachment. And in a manner of speaking, they say that even after acquittal, the president will still have to stand one more trial. At almost the exact moment that Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts announced the impeachment verdicts on the U.S. Senate floor,
Donald John Trump, President of the United States, is not guilty as charged.
Opponents of President Trump hit the streets in Essex Junction to protest them.
I think we knew in advance, based on what people, senators in the GOP had said, that it was their intention to acquit Trump without witnesses. And so these protests were put together to say that we stand up for the Constitution. We don't want a king. We don't want anyone who is above the law.
Members of Essex Resist got together at Five Corners and demonstrated for nearly 2 hours.
The result in the Senate of Trump's removal trial was not unexpected, but disappointing nonetheless. So we're out here letting people know that we're going to continue working on removing him in November.
The protest also comes on the heels of Tuesday night's State of the Union address, in which the president made no mention of impeachment.
3 years ago, we launched the Great American Comeback.
I didn't watch it just because the lack of truth that comes out of our president's mouth on a daily basis just makes me angry. So it's just not good mental health to watch him speak for me.
I'm actually very concerned about the State of the Union. I think if we elevate someone to being above the law, it doesn't matter what their policies are. We've done something that's in violation of our Constitution, and I'm greatly disappointed.
Now, there's a reason that Kelly Adams of Essex Resist said these protests during that story. The Essex Junction event was one of about 300 Resist protests taking place simultaneously all over the country. Live in the newsroom, Mike Hoey, Local 22 News.
Thank you, Mike. 2 days later, we still don't have an official